I just don't think they need a third Rumble win to do that.
I don't think they do either. I also don't
just
think they
can't see it,
necessarily
honestly.
care about this
I talked myself
fatigue
out of
thing.
Cody. I think Cody's gonna. I don't think they
I will
take the
say-
title off Cody just for him to win the Rumble. That just feels so stupid to me.
I could see them doing that is the problem because it is stupid. Welcome back to the Burning Hammer Podcast. I'm Mark Izzo. He is Dylan O'Brien, and we're your hosts. And on this episode, we'll be talking about some matches that are happening at Saturday night's main event. Plus, we'll get into how we think the WWE Royal Rumble is shaping out because we had a pretty big pivot within these last couple of weeks in terms of Drew McIntyre being your WWE Champion. So I think that kind of affects who is going to win the Royal Rumble. So first things first, Dylan, let's get into Saturday night's main event because I believe for the viewer on last week's episode of SmackDown or right after, they had announced a bunch of matches. So first off, we'll kick off with Rhea, which is Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, will be defending their Women's Tag Team Championships against the Judgment Day's Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Dylan, how do you feel about this match being on Saturday night's main event?
Yeah, I think it's good for the women's tag titles, and this is probably one of the bigger combination of stars they've had in a women's tag title match on a PLE or special event type thing in a while.
TV special.
Yeah, so and it's a good matchup. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that Rhea and Io and Liv are out of the tag title picture going into Mania, but we'll see where that goes. So but as of right now, I'm interested.
They're already determining number one contenders, Dylan,
Mhm.
for these women's tag titles, which I believe is happening either on Raw or the SmackDown before main event.
I think it might be on Raw today, but
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know why we just crowned new number one contenders and we got to crown new ones again, but who knows?
hey, fighting champs.
Preach. So, I have a weird feeling Liv and Roxanne may win these titles. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I do too. No, it's not crazy. I have a feeling they might as well. So yeah, this really could go either way. I'd really be, and it's all kind of dependent on what direction they want to go with these women and whether they want to put certain ones back in the singles division, whether they want to put all of them back in the singles division at some point soon. So we'll say that at least adds a bit of excitement to the potential outcome because it could really go either way, honestly.
Do you think if the titles don't change hands at main event, that they will hold the titles until Mania? Or do you think if they retain, you think they can hold them, they can drop them before Mania? Like, how is this match going to affect WrestleMania plans for these four women at all and these tag titles?
Potentially. I could see Liv and Roxanne winning and then Liv winning the Rumble or something and then like giving the title to Raquel. Or something like that. It definitely is gonna have some potential, at least in how we're getting there, right? No doubt about that. So, the main thing is that I just can't. I wouldn't be surprised if they hold them a little longer, but I just can't see Rhea and Io not being in singles matches at Mania. But we'll see.
I mean, it's also I don't know. Do you think they have a plan right now for Rhea and Io, or do you think they're just like, we're gonna see where this goes? Because it's like, I'm not fully convinced that they have a plan. I feel like they kind of just could be freeballing this thing, making it by the edge of
one
their
thing
seat.
is, I feel like they have an idea of what they'd like to do at Mania.
Okay.
So I think there's probably a lot more leniency on how they get there. But once they pulled the trigger on Drew, I don't think you pull the trigger on Drew unless you have an idea of where this goes all the way to Mania. Like, I don't...
Okay.
That's just me personally.
Well, I will say I feel like sometimes they just get in this mindset of making big moments and don't really think about it the following, like, what's the next day looking like?
No, I 100% agree.
So it wouldn't shock me if they were just like, let's just put it on Drew and we'll figure it out on Saturday what to do with him for the Rumble.
I don't know. I just don't think they would do it this close to Mania. Like, specifically this. Like,
okay,
they got screwed with, like, the Cena thing last time, so I don't think they're gonna, like... I don't think they were gonna do something to where they were gonna put themselves in a similar situation to where it's like, oh, we're now in a situation where we have to change everything. I think they probably got themselves a good idea and went with it. That's my guess. Like I said, and like you said, I would be surprised if there's less planning than that. But I would hope that they have an idea of where they'd like this to lead into Mania.
They just always talk about, let's just make moments. Wrestling's about moments, which is true, but it's like, make moments, but then have ideas after those moments. Like, you can't just be so focused on making a moment that you then don't really
I feel like
put
we're
any
beginning
thought
to
into
talk
after.
about it like putting the title like it was a bad thing. Like,
oh, it's not. It's the best
no,
thing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's no matter what, that was an awesome move. And
yeah.
And I think they made the right call.
They did, 100%.
I do understand what you're saying, though. I do understand what you're
So, speaking of Drew McIntyre, the WWE Championship, we've got the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes is taking on the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, at Saturday night's main event. Talk me through this, Dylan. How do you feel about this match?
Yeah, it's interesting. Big spot for Jacob Fatu. Easily his biggest match since coming to WWE, I would say. This will probably main event. If not, I feel like this will main event.
Probably.
Yeah,
if I
can't imagine something else main eventing. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw a stipulation in this. At some point on like Friday or something.
I could see the Fatal 4-Way main eventing.
Yeah, so could I easily, but I just think,
I kind of feel like it should the Fatal 4-Way should main event.
Cody Fatu just feels like the main event to me. Feels like a bigger match.
The slippery slope. They are playing a dangerous game here, Dylan.
Yeah, because one, people love Jacob Fatu, man. Throwing him up against your biggest babyface, probably, who knows? But looks like they could be going in a direction with Cody where not nowhere near a heel turn, I would say, but could be getting a little bit less of could be getting more of that tweener type Cody in this feud with Drew moving forward. Just not that he would ever say anything bad to the fans. He will just you know what I mean, be a bit extra aggressive, be a little bit extra pissed off at both Fatu and Drew. Me personally, I don't know. I'm all in on a Drew Fatu Cody triple threat at Mania. I'm all in on it. I want it. I don't know if they're going to do it, but that's what I want.
Okay. I mean, hey, you don't got to convince me. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I don't know the likelihood of that happening because, and I could be looking into this too much, but it's like, I just go back to that teaser or the trailer for WrestleMania, and it's Punk, Roman, Brock, and Cody. And so I have a tough time believing that, like, yes, they could be in separate matches, Brock and Cody, but I just have a weird feeling that they could do Brock versus Cody again at Mania, and then Jacob versus Drew.
I mean, look, not that I'd be over the moon for Cody versus Brock, but Jacob versus Drew would be awesome, straight up.
Yeah.
And it'd be a breath of fresh air for sure. Do you think, I'll tell you that, who do you got, we'll move on and then, because we'll talk about this before we'll loop back. I have an idea of what I'm saying. The Fatal 4-Way.
So.
The Fatal 4-Way. Who do you think's gonna win?
Woo. Man, you kind of convinced me on Sammy.
Yeah, I feel really good that it's gonna be Sammy.
It's hard to imagine him not winning.
Because if he's in the Rumble when he gets eliminated, the boos are gonna be so, like, it might fuck up the rest of the Rumble.
Yeah, it
in
could.
Saudi.
Very easily.
So that's where I'm like, I think the way to get around that is putting him in the world title match. There's no way he wins, unfortunately, unless they're just going off the fucking rails and just going, whatever, dude, at this point. Listen, man, I'm not saying it would be like the best idea in the world, but if it happened, I think we would at least all be like, what is going on, dude? We gotta, like, we would at least be, that would at least make everyone go, I gotta watch SmackDown this week to figure out what the hell is going on here.
Yeah.
So, not saying that they're gonna or they should necessarily, but it just sucks knowing, like, I think it just sucks specifically this situation because it's like, obviously every time Sammy is put in a world title spot, each time he does it and loses, it gets like a little bit more, like, it becomes a little bit more of a bummer.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit, like, less, like, this one I'll give, like, the grain of salt because it's, like, he's a, you know, like a Muslim man gonna probably be main eventing the show in front of, about 90, at least, % Muslim crowd.
If the stadium gets built in time.
It will. They're nuts over there with that shit, dude. But anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, part of me was like, maybe they just, I was hoping that if we put Sammy back in a world title feud, it's when Julio wins. It's just, like, hard to, like, keep seeing Sammy in feuds that you know he has, like, a 5% chance of winning, if not less.
Well, and it's like, a couple weeks ago, his promo was like, this is the year where I'm going to stop saying I'm going to win a world championship and I'm actually going to do it. So I'm like, all right, here's your first test, Sammy. Let's see if you're actually going to win here. So I almost like,
what if he loses the match and then wins the Rumble? That would be crazy. Like, kicks off the show by losing that match, then wins the Rumble. The main event. That would be crazy. I think I'll tell you what.
dude, yeah. I think Cody's my favorite to win the Royal Rumble.
God He can't win.
But
I love the guy. He cannot fucking win.
He's gonna win, dude.
No.
I'm sorry. He's gonna win that shit.
No, actually,
first to declare.
You know what? I think you sold me. It's Brock's gonna be in the Rumble and he's gonna eliminate Cody.
Okay,
And then that's probably
fair.
what's gonna do it.
Yeah. Maybe like Final Four.
Yeah, maybe.
Brock and Cody are in there.
Who wins? This is a pretty wide open Rumble, dude.
Now it's wide open.
Now it's seriously. Now it's wide open.
Now we're wide open, dude. So
I'll tell you what. I mean, still.
You got Roman, you got Braun Breaker, Seth, Gunther, Cody.
I think my money at this point
Sammy, LA Knight. I would rule out Brock, unfortunately.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule him out, but
he's probably very low on the list.
I think Brock Punk is like the one potential. I'm not saying I want it by any means. You know what?
Oba's a dark horse to
still
win.
Thinking about it, I think Roman's still probably my favorite. And at the time, it was. I think they're gonna do Roman Cody 3. Now I think they're pivoting. I think they're gonna do Roman Punk.
Okay.
For the world title.
Interesting.
Put that big gold on Roman, dude. Do it.
It'll look pretty damn good.
Yeah. That's how you legitimize it, baby. Put it on Roman Reigns. We all know that.
I still feel decent about Gunther versus Drew as like a potential WrestleMania match.
That's definitely one. The thing with that is they're both heel.
Yeah, but I almost feel like Drew is almost going more into a tweener role.
Agreed, I think, but I just find it tough to think like they would do a world title match at Mania without like a truer babyface.
Yeah.
At least in the mix.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to see Drew's reaction when they get back to the States. Because obviously they love him overseas. So it's like, I think it'll be
gonna get
the same reaction.
Pop. He's gonna
that's
get, it might even be a bigger
like,
pop.
That's what it's like. Maybe they kind of just like lean into him more of a tweener. But like you said, I don't know if they could necessarily
so I'll tell you what,
work
Drew
Gunther
might be like,
versus him.
He might have more of that over. American crowds are like angrier, right?
Yeah.
So the big thing is it's like I think American fans were getting a lot more tired of Cody than the overseas fans probably were.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the other thing. Like I think a ton of the overseas stuff is coming from just how happy people are for Drew. But I think
they like Drew.
I think there's
more overseas.
No, yes, agreed. But I think there's more disdain for Cody in the U.S.
Yeah.
So, like,
unfortunately,
I think, like overseas, it's coming from people being incredibly happy for Drew, whereas in the U.S., it's going to be people are happy for Drew, but people are also happy that Cody isn't champion anymore. Like,
yeah,
I could be wrong. This could be me misreading the.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Cody truthers.
Oh. Yeah. So, I mean, Fatu, though, right? Fatu is easily probably a top 5 candidate, right?
Yeah, I mean, so
now that he's worked his way into this storyline,
I feel like he may beat Cody, dude.
I don't know how he loses. I don't know how him coming back and losing to Cody does nothing good. And I don't think a loss to Fatu necessarily hurts Cody. I think Cody has established himself enough that they can just put him in the main event scene.
Yeah, they could do it in a way to where Cody will lose, but he won't lose cleanly, but it'll kind of, maybe it is a thing of him wanting to go out, grab a chair, use the announce table, kind of get a little too aggressive, and then Fatu kind of takes
Cody
advantage
will,
of
cost
it.
himself, sort of
Or
thing.
maybe Drew comes out. I would love for Drew to be on commentary for this match. I wish they would put wrestlers on commentary more.
Yeah, they don't do that enough anymore.
No, they don't. But that's what it's like. If Fatu wins this match, then I'll feel better about him winning the Royal Rumble. Because then I'm like, all right.
Totally.
They'll be
I think he's gonna win, dude. I don't see how he loses. I just think a loss would hurt him so much.
Yeah.
Like I think a win benefits Fatu way more than it benefits Cody. Cody doesn't need it. Fatu needs this. Kind of. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm pretty in on that Fatu's gonna win. And it doesn't have to be clean, like you said. Like, whatever. I just think Fatu.
Well, they could never have their baby faces lose cleanly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying as long as Fatu,
God forbid,
stands tall, I'm cool with it. I think they're also in a spot right now where they probably have a few options for the Rumble, and they still got it up in the air. I doubt they have it set in stone.
No, probably not.
Because you got to think, there's just so many options they could go. I think my money's on Roman. I think, because I'm also thinking they want, who's somebody that Saudi, really likes? So I'm thinking
Sammy.
Roman. Yeah, obviously Sammy, but besides Sammy.
Probably Fatu.
Yeah, I was thinking Roman, though. I was like, they love Roman. I mean, everybody loves Roman, but, Roman has easily done, the most matches and main events over there.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like whatever the match is for the World Heavyweight Championship, they don't need to win the Royal Rumble to get to that match.
I agree, but I mean, you could do that with it. Why specifically that though? Why? Why do they need to do it for the WWE and not for the world title in your mind?
Because you have a guy like Roman Reigns who can just say, "I'm going after that title," like he's at that level.
Well, they're gonna do the Chamber and the Rumble. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So they're gonna win.
I also feel like
if Roman's going for a
maybe
title,
Seth
he's winning
wins
one
the
of those.
Chamber.
Interesting.
I wouldn't write off Seth.
Yeah, no, definitely not writing off Seth. At this point, I think I'll tell you what. At this point, I think they're at the thing where they're like, if Seth is back in time, we'll put him in a feud with Division.
Yeah.
Because I think at this point, they're they've, based on the vibe I've gotten, and I could be wrong, just from watching, it seems like they've begun to prepare as if Seth will not be there. At least for the title matches. That's the vibe I've gotten, at least.
What? And I will say, too, it's what do you think? Because now it feels like they're waiting. They're in this weird limbo with the World Heavyweight Championship with CM Punk now. Because Breaker's suspended.
Yeah, I think Roman's going to win the
He's
Rumble,
defending
probably.
it against Finn tonight for us. So it's I kind of feel like they're just going in this weird limbo with Punk until they start that storyline for WrestleMania. So maybe somebody will win the Rumble for that. Who's a dark horse you'd like to win the Rumble?
I don't know if Fatu is a dark horse at this point.
I would not classify him as a dark horse. The ruler.
Yeah, I get. Yeah. Oba, probably a dark horse.
He's officially on Raw, right?
I don't know.
Oh.
I thought so, but but then
I thought I saw something
maybe he is. I don't know.
that
If
it was
he
like
is, I
coming
missed
to
it.
Raw. Maybe it was a joke.
I guess Seth. But I just think I don't think there's a lot of dark horses because I think there's just like 7 or 8 like viable options. Like I think like LA Knight is a dark horse, I guess. I don't think he'll win, but
I would consider him a dark horse, yeah.
yeah, he's a dark horse. I don't think he'll win, but like from the top options, I'm thinking it's like Roman, Cody, Gunther, Breaker, Fatu, LA Knight. Who else is like an option up there with those guys?
Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy, Brock. Pretty hung up on Roman, Cody, Fatu, Gunther. Like I could easily see that being the final 4.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of sold on Cody now. Winning this thing. Which,
So I think the big thing with me though too is I'm also like, what? So if I don't think they would have Cody win just because it's like it feels like they put the title on Drew to prevent like fatigue and people getting tired of Cody. And then to just have him win the Rumble immediately for a third time in 4 years. Yeah, that just feels like
I mean, I hear you,
counterproductive.
but I feel like there's a better chance they do Cody, Drew, Fatu than Drew versus Fatu.
I agree. I feel like there's a better way that Cody can work his way into the match, though.
The Chamber?
Maybe. I think Cody is a better chance to win the Chamber than the Rumble, just because of him. Like him winning the Rumble for a third time in 4 years would be a lot.
Yeah,
It'd be a bit much.
but I also think that they, like, WWE is potentially trying to like really expedite this Cody Rhodes run over these next few years to kind of really cement him as like one of the greats, which like he obviously like kind of already is, but I think it's like, all right, you have him hold the title for a very long time. You probably get up to 5 to 7 world titles, 3-time Royal Rumble winner. Like I think they're trying to like boost his resume more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I just can see it. I just don't think they need a third Rumble win to do that. Like
I don't think they do either. I also don't think they
can't see it,
necessarily
honestly.
care about this
I talked myself
fatigue
out of
thing.
Cody. I think Cody's gonna. I don't think they
I will
take the
say-
title off Cody just for him to win the Rumble. That just feels so stupid to me. If
Well,
it is,
that's I could see them doing that is the problem because it is stupid.
yeah, but I'm like just trying to like I'm not just trying to think of what it's like what the stupid option is and then say that.
Well,
I
I will say too.
no, I
for-
legitimately don't think he's gonna win.
Okay,
Like I don't think it makes enough sense for him to win. If he does win, I'm gonna think it's so fucking stupid. I'll be mad.
I'm with you. But I will say, to give a point to your reasoning also, there is no rematch clause in that match. So I could also see like Fatu winning the Rumble And then Cody kind of, because Drew said he's going to start at the bottom, so I could see Cody trying to have to rack up a bunch of wins on the road to WrestleMania. He doesn't know if he's going to be on the WrestleMania card. And then even without winning the Chamber, without winning the Rumble, I could like see them putting him in that match.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm totally with you.
Which, like, I feel like it would still potentially be slightly annoying.
It totally would. I just think it would be less annoying than him winning the Rumble, though.
Yeah. I just like imagine them being like, "All right, dude, we're gonna get."
This
Fatu
is me
versus
being
Drew.
glass half full too. Like I just really don't think. I'm just like they can't have him win the Rumble. That just feels so dumb.
Well, it would be dumb.
If they do, I'll fucking put my tail between my legs and say you're right.
So, did they announce when we're getting this championship match for the WWE title yet?
What do you mean?
Like the winner of the Fatal 4-Way, when are they facing Drew?
The Rumble.
Oh, is that like official?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you knew. That's why we're saying that Sammy is going to be fighting Drew at the Rumble.
I didn't know if that was official.
No,
like officially
yes,
it's at the Rumble.
Yes,
that's what I assumed.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you knew that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, yeah, like when Nick Aldis announced the thing, he said the winner of the Fatal 4-Way will face the WWE Champion at the Royal Rumble.
So what other matches you think? One more match?
Going to happen at the Rumble?
Yeah, one more outside of that? They're not doing more than 4. Steph versus Raquel?
Yeah, maybe.
When's that match happening?
I don't know, man. Probably a women's match. Yeah, I think Steph versus Raquel's.
Unless, like, do you think that match could happen at main event?
Maybe. I could see them running it back, though. Honestly.
See, I don't think they will run it back. I think that's a one and done.
I can see them running it back twice. Not like... I agree, like, one and done. I think it's going to be a quick 2 matches. Like, one on Raw, one at the Rumble, one at Saturday Night Main Event, one at the Rumble. Like, something like that. Because I think I've sold myself on Liv winning the Rumble and going after Steph. And I think it's going to cause, like, some tension.
Do you think that will affect the Judgment Day as, like, a group at all? Like, will that cause her leaving the Judgment Day? Or will they do all this still as a group?
I'm not sure. I think it would definitely... I mean, I would definitely see it causing tension. Because it's going to be, like, Raquel was going after the title or whatever, but now Liv won the Rumble. And they're going to be, like... I can see, like, Raquel trying to convince her to go after Jade or something. And, like, Liv doesn't want to. I could see something like that. I don't know if it would lead to, like, what it would lead to, but I think it would cause some tension for sure.
All right, and lastly, Dylan, I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on this because I kind of have been thinking about it, and I've been seeing some people talk about it online. What happened to the SmackDown tag division, dude? That just kind of faded to nothingness, huh?
I don't know. It seems like they replaced it with the U.S. title, I guess.
Okay.
Not that I'm saying it. Don't know why you can't do both.
You got 3 hours, dude.
Doesn't it seem like all
their
focus that was on the tag division shifted to the U.S. title in a way?
Yes, and the feud between the MFTs and the Wyatts.
And the Wyatt Six, yeah.
But it's like, that feud should not have the tag titles in it.
Yeah, well, there's the reports that Ciampa's leaving.
Yeah. But it's like, dude, I don't know. The Street Profits.
No,
like,
I'm not. I mean, Street
they're
Profits haven't
they're
been
your
on
best
TV.
tag team. Yeah, they're your best tag team. They should
Yeah,
not
I
be
don't know what
sidelined
their
ever.
plan. I don't know what their plan is. It's a shame, dude.
It's very frustrating when you've got 3 hours of television and you can't have a proper tag team division
Seriously.
on Friday Night SmackDown. But that's gonna wrap it up, ladies and gents. We will be talking about Saturday night's main event on next week's episode. We'll get the fallout from that. And we are quickly, Dylan, closing in to the Royal Rumble. So it'd be interesting to see kind of what the other matches that gets added to that card. Who's going to be shaping out to be the winners of both the men's and the women's Royal Rumble. I think next week we'll also probably talk more about who's going to win the women's Royal Rumble match. So be on the lookout for that. With that being said, I'm Mark Izzo. He's Dylan O'Brien, and we'll catch you in the next episode.